where the Supreme Court has cancelled actor Darshan's bail, and this comes as a huge blow to the South. Acton, for our viewers are joining in, the Supreme Court has cancelled Southern actor Darshan's bail plea. That's correct. That's the latest we are picking up, breaking from the national capital, that the Supreme Court of India has cancelled actor Darshan's plea. And this case was being heard today after a lot of protest, in fact, coming in after that bail was in fact granted to Darshan and Pavitra Gowda and others in connection with the Renuka Swamy murder case in Chitradurga. Just to remind our viewers, a division bench of Justices J.B. Pardiwala and Mahadevan have been, have in fact passed this order which has cancelled actor Darshan's bail. This is in connection with the Renuka Swamy murder case in Chitradurga. Latest breaking news coming in from New Delhi. The Supreme Court has in fact cancelled actor Darshan's bail that was granted earlier. This is the latest we are picking up from New Delhi. This comes as a massive blow to actor Darshan. And mind you, this step is being taken after a lot of furor that actually broke out after actor Darshan went abroad subsequently after he was granted bail in this murder case. Now, earlier, during the hearing earlier, Justice Pardiwala had also told the actor's advocate that do you not think that the High Court has dictated an order of acquittal, acquitting all 7, and there were ways of assigning ways and reasons. That's what the Supreme Court held. Meanwhile, we've joined by Shiv Arur for more on this. Shiv, a massive decision coming in from the Supreme Court. Actor Darshan's bail has been cancelled. What's the latest you're picking up, and what more can you tell us about this breaking development?
This is a massive setback to Kannada actor Darshan, who has been using his VIP privilege to get bail from the Karnataka High Court, which was a ridiculous order in the beginning. It had sent shockwaves right across Karnataka because he was in jail. He was in jail and under trial for murder of Renuka Charya, who was a fan who had sent some text messages, remember, to his partner. In this particular case, and in the pictures you can see on your screen, Darshan had emphasized that he has complete access to people of privilege and power, and therefore he was completely chilling out also while he was inside jail. The Supreme Court has now set aside the High Court order, which had granted him bail, conditional bail, which had literally allowed him to even travel abroad. He had gone to Thailand and other countries apparently for his shoots. Even while on bail, as a murder under trial, he was on bail and he was shooting his films abroad, holding events, etc., even though he was ducking the media. But this is a huge blow from the Supreme Court, not only for Darshan and his legion of fans who have mainstreamed and justified his violence and his criminality, alleged criminality, but also it's a huge setback to the High Court and the High Court bench that gave this absolutely shameful order a few months ago. That also stands completely in question. Now, this is, of course, how the judiciary works. You've got the trial courts, you've got the high courts, then you've got the Supreme Court. This is how the appeal system works. But the Supreme Court, using extraordinary jurisdiction to set aside the High Court granting of bail to Darshan a few days after making very adverse comments about the High Court bail, is a very, very big setback for Darshan as well as the High Court.
Right. My colleague Nupur also joins me for more on this. Nupur, as Shiv was saying, this judgment conveys a very strong message, in fact, that whoever you might be, you're not over and above the law. What more can you tell us?
Well, yes, in fact, this judgment is penned by Justice R. Mahadevan, and sitting beside him was Justice J.B. Pardiwala, who praised him and called this a landmark judgment. And Justice J.B. Pardiwala further warned the Karnataka police that if they found that actor Darshan or any other accused was being given any five-star treatment in the jail, the top court will take strictest of note of this and will make sure action is taken. The Supreme Court has today not only cancelled the bail granted to the accused in the Renuka Swamy murder case, but has also said that bail, it cannot be so that if they go back to jail, they are given any five-star treatment. So this is in fact a very big development from the Supreme Court.
Right, my colleague Deepak Bopanna is also joining me. Deepak, what will be the fallout of this verdict coming in, this pivotal verdict coming in from the Supreme Court, and will this also act as a precedent in the future?
Well, this is a massive blow to the actor. He was out on interim bail initially on medical grounds and then, of course, got regular bail. Now the Supreme Court has decided to cancel it, and not just cancel it in any regular manner. A few days ago, some very strong observations that were made. The Supreme Court was of the opinion that the way the bail was granted was as if, they're acquitting him of the crime, and even had questioned whether similar, treatment would be given to anybody else. The Supreme Court here has also said that if there is any sort of five-star treatment that is given, then the Supreme Court itself will take serious cognizance of the same. So a very, very strong verdict, a strong message to whoever they may be, high or mighty, powerful, famous, popular, you are not going to get away. And here for the family of Renuka Swamy, they will of course be elated, because they have been saying that, it is a big struggle to fight against those who are high and mighty. There were contentions that were made by the state government, even in the High Court, that he is a person who could influence the case, influence the witnesses. Him being out on bail does not serve any purpose. He is accused number 2. Pavitra Gowda is accused number 1 in this case. It all began because there were certain messages allegedly sent to Pavitra Gowda by Renuka Swamy, because of which he was kidnapped from Chitradurga, brought to Bengaluru, brutally assaulted in such a manner that he had so many injuries all across his body. If that was not enough, the inhumane way with which they dumped his body by a sewage canal, and then, dogs bit into his body. It was so brutal. His privates were attacked. And then, photos were taken while he was pleading and begging for mercy. And finally, today, of course, it seems like once again law has caught up on actor Darshan. He'll have to make his way back into the Parapana Agrara prison, whether he will be lodged there or whether he'll be sent to any other prison, because last time around, this is also very important to note, he's staying at the Parapana Agrara prison. There, he's sitting with a bunch of people on a chair as if he's enjoying himself in a park, seated with a cup of coffee in his hand. Now, after that, of course, there was an investigation launched into what happened in that jail. He was shifted to another jail. And this time, where will he be stationed? That's something that's going to be important. We are yet to get the complete order, which will, of course, specify how many days it will take for him to get back into prison. So, but definitely a very massive development. The actor will have to go back into prison.